So what I would say I mean by failure is dense is that I have learned the most through failure. And I have a problem of thinking that if I watch all these YouTube videos of people I want to be like and read all these books of things, I could learn, but it's only about 1/10 of the amount I could learn from something like failing. I've failed at least 10 different type of side hustles. I've failed in relationships with friends, family, girlfriends. I've failed with many things like hitting goals. I've failed with other things like maybe not hitting protein, which is, bro, I swear it's like the worst. But I've failed so much, and every time I failed, I learned like crazy. If you understand stock patterns, like if you understand like, you know, if you're on a good trajectory up and you fail, it's almost like it's predicted to go straight back up to hit the liquidity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I did pretty decent with options trading. I quit before I failed big, and I put my money into other stuff. Like at the time, like I was in mainly Meta, and made great money off of that, which is still a good investment. Anyways, failure is like, I feel like one of the best things that you can do. And there's a great quote that I wrote down on my notes list about like 2 days ago. The quote was, "Losing is winning if you learn from it." And in almost any case, even if you don't want to learn from it, you do. And every single time I've lost, every time I've failed, every time I'm in a deep, dark place where I don't want to get out of bed or do things that I know I should be doing, I always do better and advance in the future, near future, most likely. Through the hardest times of my life, I've gone through a lot of hard things that I honestly don't really feel comfortable with sharing, at least online, publicly. But I've gone through more than anyone my age that I know of. And like I know a decent amount of people, and they weren't all financially, but some were definitely financial struggles. And I've heard people online saying stuff, and online figures have helped me. But the thing that helped me most was the struggle I went through. And everyone knows, not everyone, but most people know that struggle is, actually, bro, I could probably say no one knows, because the people I talk to, they don't seem to understand, and it makes the situation so much better when you understand struggle is actually good. It's the best character building mechanism that you could possibly think of. And also, I would say struggle is something that you can learn from like no other. You can't learn this type of stuff if someone were to tell you. I can't remember the exact term, but if I were to tell you, oh yeah, going, like say running is hard, you would be like, conceptualize. You would be able to conceptualize that, okay, running is hard, but you haven't gone through it. And once you go through it, you learn so many things. And you might not even learn about things about running. You might learn about things about yourself, about little things that come up in your head while you're running, trying to tell you to quit, and you're fighting those little mental battles. But the premise of this video is that failing is so nutrient dense. You learn so much. And if you know you're gonna learn from failing, why don't you just pursue failing more? I'm honestly motivated to just spend all of my money right now, just spunk it, just risk it. Just because if I fail, like say I fail in an investment, if I were to get rid of all my money, it would be an investment, because I don't want to go buy stupid shit. But my point is that if I put all of it in investment and I have no money, I'm gonna have a fire under my ass trying to make more money. And comfort is the antithesis of performance, which is a great quote that I've heard before. And I feel like right now I'm just at the right amount of money just to be comfortable, because I could buy the little things I want. I could, you know, month to month, I'm paying off my credit card perfectly. But I feel like if I weren't to have this money that I do have reserved, I would just be more frantic and just more like jittery and more on the topic in my head of thinking, okay, how can I make more money? Like, how can I start to afford these things again? So when you know that failure is one of the best things that you could do, it's almost like you want to go fail more. Because if you're speaking to someone who said, oh no, I haven't failed, no, I haven't done this, no, I've never, yeah, like the hardest thing I've been through was this, you realize like internally, like they have not been through much character building. And you could tell without even speaking to someone who has and who hasn't. I mean, outside indicators, inside indicators, but it's something that I feel like everyone needs to go through, but everyone will go through. You're going to go through something hard in your life, no matter what. It's literally inevitable, but it's something that you should push yourself more into. You should live more on the edge. And I swear it's one of the best things that you could do for yourself. I've had so much experience with it. I haven't even been able to, like, I used to not be able to talk about this type of stuff, and not even that, I wouldn't even be able to talk this clearly. When I was younger, 3-4 years ago, I knew nothing. I was literally retarded, and I couldn't even speak this clearly if I wanted to about something I even loved. And I feel like through all of the hard pain and struggle and dirt and mud and, you know, the trenches, bro, like all of that has formed me so quickly into someone that I can't even recognize sometimes. I could definitely recognize myself, bro. I'm not nowhere near my potential, but if I'm comparing myself to myself years ago, I am just completely different. And it's almost like you want to tell people like, oh, bro, I've changed. They don't like believe it like you do. They don't understand it like you do, and they might not be able to see it 100%. If I hang out with people that I haven't seen in years, they see me on the outside. Maybe I've grown. Maybe I've gotten more muscle. Maybe I could speak a little bit clearer and be a better listener in conversations. But internally, they don't understand how much I've grown. But I also can't internally understand how much they've grown, because everyone grows just at different rates. And like, it's just, I don't know, bro, maybe I should make a formula, but like growth equals failure. But no, I'm joking. But I think you understand like what I'm talking about. I could definitely go in deeper. It's something everyone needs to understand, because like at the beginning of this video, I was like, oh yeah, everyone understands. I'm like, wait a minute. No, because I've talked to so many people and they don't understand this clear enough, because when I talk to them, like, yeah, bro, like this, that, what you're going through is actually good. And they're like, oh yeah, but I'm sad. I'm like, bro, fuck your sadness. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're going to come out on the other side way better than what you are now. And that's super, super important. But a lot of people can't really come to see how important that is. But when you can see how important what you are going through is, you understand that you could be grateful about it, because it's actually for your benefit. And a lot of people can't seem to understand the beneficial side of failing. So if you can understand what you can extract from the failure, other than maybe shame and embarrassment and guilt, all of the benefits from it, because, you know, we all experience those things, but all the benefits that you pull from it, every single failure is just an opportunity to learn and grow, which I'm sure you've heard that before from up here. But when you can understand the good about it, you could start to see the good and the bad. And it's just I guess you could say it's life-changing, just because it can actually change your perspective on the world, on your journey, and just on your growth in general. So this is like my 4th video. It's all just to document my journey. Like, I'm not really planning on being a YouTuber, and it's kind of awkward to talk to people I guess I don't really know, just staring at my phone up on my shelf. But if someone just takes anything from this, or even if like you can comment saying, oh, I learned this, oh bro, I love the content, keep it up, like literally anything, if you just took any value away from this video, just from the few minutes I've been talking, I super appreciate it. Even if you've stuck to the end, to this far, like, I actually super appreciate it. I'm not even saying that, just like, I'm kind of saying it with no emotion, but I'm not about to be jumping up and down for you. I'm just saying, like, I actually do really appreciate it. So I really do hope you learned something. Just me talking about it out loud, I can kind of internalize it and learn, just because I already know it, obviously, but me speaking about it, I can know it a little bit more. And maybe I could pass on the message more clear to someone I'm talking to in the future that's struggling with something. And maybe you can too. So really hope that you just take something from this and can extrapolate into your life, maybe something you're going through.